Already you have learnt about linear expansion and superficial expansion in the case of solids. On heating, what will happen? Solids, they will expand and its length may be increased. Such kind of expansion is called linear expansion. If area of the solid is increased on heating, such kind of expansion is called superficial expansion or areal expansion. So in this video, we are going to learn about cubical expansion. This is a third kind of expansion that is seen in the case of solids when the solids are heated. Okay. So first we will learn the definition of cubical expansion. What is the definition of cubical expansion on heating? When any solid is heated, what will happen? The solid expands. When the solid is expanded, what will happen? The volume of the solid will increase on heating. Such kind of expansion is called cubical expansion. Okay. Here, just look at the diagram. Here I have drawn a cube. Just for the convenience, I have drawn a metallic cube. The initial temperature of the solid cube is TO. Are you clear? The corresponding volume, initial volume of the metallic cube can be taken as VO. That is before heating. Without heating, in normal condition, the temperature is how much? TO. The corresponding volume of the metallic cube is VO. Now, the same solid that is to be heated. Okay, the same solid, if it is heated, what happens? Its volume is increased. We know that basically due to thermal expansion, all around the solid, the entire volume of the solid is increased. Now we are measuring the new volume. After heating, the new volume to be measured. With the help of new volume, we are able to calculate the increase in volume. Here, this is the portion that shows the increase in volume. How to get the increase in volume? Increase in volume del V is equal to original volume is V1, no? Clear? And the new volume is V. New volume minus original volume, that gives you the increase in volume. That increase in volume can be calculated by original volume and new volume. Are you clear? So that is written here. New volume is equal to original volume plus increase in volume is written. Therefrom, we are able to get the formula for del V, increase in volume. How to get? V minus new volume minus original volume can be written. That increase in volume, that shows that the solid, it is expanded and volume is increased. So that one can be measured. Okay. Here I have written all the parameters, required parameters. So these are all the measurable things. They have to be written one by one. What is the initial temperature of the solid body? TO. That can be measured with the help of thermometer. Initial volume of the solid body is VO. After expansion, after heating, after expansion, the new volume can be taken as V. The increase in volume can be calculated by, that is del V is nothing but new volume minus initial volume to be written. Only then you will get del V. The difference between the new volume and the original volume is increase in volume. After that, we have to measure the new temperature. The new temperature shown by the thermometer is T. By using this new temperature and initial temperature, we are able to calculate the increase in temperature. Because temperature is increased, no? The difference in temperature is called increase in temperature. That is called del T. Del T is equal to T minus TO. So these are all the parameters which are required to measure the coefficient of cubical expansion of solids. You should know one thing, that is a physical quantity. Coefficient of cubical expansion is a number, it's a physical quantity. With the help of the coefficient of cubical expansion, we are able to measure which solid expands more on heating, which solid expands in a lesser manner during heating. Are you clear? The degree of expansion, thermal expansion, cubical expansion, that can be measured with the help of the physical quantity called coefficient of cubical expansion. Different solids will have different value of coefficient of cubical expansion. The coefficient of cubical expansion can be measured by, mentioned by the letter alpha V. V for volume. Are you clear? Alpha is a symbol for coefficient of cubical expansion. Okay. Now we are going to derive the expression for alpha V. What is alpha V? Coefficient of cubical expansion of the solid is called alpha V. How to derive the expansion for alpha V? Now I am going to explain the step. First you take the difference in volume. The difference in volume to be written here, that is to be divided by original volume of the solid. Difference in volume to be divided by original volume. Both in numerator as well as in the denominator, same kind of quantities are there. Are you clear? Del V by VO, it's a ratio. Are you clear? This is directly proportional to the difference in temperature. Are you clear? The difference in temperature is increased. Automatically, this ratio del V by VO will also increase. Here, VO is a constant. When temperature increases, volume will increase. Because of increase in volume, del V will also increase. So, when del T is increased, because of the increase in del V, on the whole, the ratio will increase. Are you clear? First, you have to understand the concept. Del V by VO is directly proportional to del T. This formula is must one. After that, we are going to, here both are not equal. This one is directly proportional to this factor. The next step you have to write del V by VO is equal to, both are going to be equalized by introducing a constant called alpha V. What is alpha V? Coefficient of cubical expansion of the solid is called alpha V. Alpha V to be written here after replacing this directly proportional symbol. And then you write the del T. From this expression, we are able to get the expression for alpha V. How to get the expression for alpha V? Alpha V is equal to del V by VO. Same factor is written. Are you clear? This factor to be cross multiplied. If it is cross multiplied here, that one becomes del T. So this is the expression for coefficient of cubical expansion. Are you clear? Now we have to define. First, you have to understand how to define the alpha V by with the help of the expression. Are you clear? I will explain how to define the alpha V definition. Here, a very simple one. It's a ratio, no? The ratio of increase in volume of the body. Where is it? The ratio of increase in volume of the body. This is the part I am defining now. Okay. The ratio of increase in volume of the body. Clear. And then how to continue this? Increase in volume of the body per degree rise in temperature. Per degree rise in temperature is mentioned here. For every degree Celsius temperature rise, the volume is increased. Are you clear? That's why, how to say this? The ratio of increase in volume of the body per degree Celsius or per degree rise in temperature. Are you clear? To its original volume. To its original volume means VO. So this is the method of saying the definition. Now I am going to derive the unit for alpha V. How to derive the unit of alpha V? Here volume is measured by meter cube. Are you clear? Original volume is also measured by meter cube. Are you clear? Meter cube is written. Difference in temperature is measured in terms of Kelvin. Are you clear? Now meter cube can be cancelled. If the Kelvin is brought up, that one becomes Kelvin inverse. So the unit of alpha V, that is coefficient of cubical expansion, is Kelvin inverse. Are you clear? Always alpha V must be represented with a number and along with the unit Kelvin inverse. Understood? So alpha V will be different for different solids. Are you clear? If brass and iron, if both are fitted together, are you clear? Such kind of arrangement is called bimetallic strip. Are you clear? Bi means two. If two metals, brass and iron, if both are fitted together, is it clear? That strip, that one will act as a bimetallic strip. When both are heated simultaneously, if both are heated simultaneously, which one will expand more? Brass will expand more than iron. That shows that alpha V of brass is greater than iron. So it shows that simple bimetallic strip arrangement that shows that alpha V is different for different substances. Understood? Thank you.